guys, welcome to Glory Hills Homestead. My name is Holly. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm out in the goat yard. I just finished up chores. I'm going to show you guys an update on Ham, our hog. Now some of you know we recently butchered one of our hogs, Pork. He was the black and white Hampshire pig. We were thinking about butchering Ham, but my heart just couldn't take it. I have a special bond with him, and so we decided to wait on butchering him, and I'm so glad we did. I'm going to show you guys the old hog yard that he was in, the hog pen. It's not even a yard, it's a little pen, and why that was no longer an option to keep him here during the winter months. Just would not have been good living conditions, and so I'm glad we were able to keep him. David made him like a whole new area for me, so I'll show you guys what this old one looked like, and we will go look at the new one. This was the old hog pen. Completely a swamp, which is fine in the summer months when it's able to dry out and when they like being in the swamp, but now that it's winter time, they can't be in this when it's like 40 degrees and then like 20 at night. So he would always come sleep in here, which is like a little hay bed. Oh my goodness, you are so strong. Wow, what a hard worker. High five. Oh my gosh, you got some strong muscles. Is this the pig feed? Mm-hmm. Thanks for bringing it to me. That is heavy, dang. Let me see those muscles. You're a superhero. Wow, you're a farm superhero. Good job, boy. It is the most beautiful day, which I'm so thankful for because last night it got down to like 20 something degrees. It was really cold last night. And today just feels so nice. And so the sun's out, it's warm. So me and the kids and all of the animals are just out having a good time. Oh my gosh, here comes little Nosy. No ma'am, this is not for you. Hey, Hammy. Put this up here. What you doing, boy? How are you? Watch out. Do you want help?
I got this.
Okay, rinse out the dirt before you put fresh water in. So as you all know, this was our old secondary chicken yard. It goes all the way down there to that metal barn across that way, so past the hay bales. But thankfully we had a whole bunch of these hog panels that David's parents gave us. So we already had this like flimsy fence here, which is great for chickens and not good for hogs. So what he did is he buried these hog panels about a foot deep, all the way around the perimeter. Hot wire would be ideal, but it is kind of far from all electricity out here. Our house is all the way over there, and so we don't really want to run an extension cord. So just burying these panels deep enough seems to be working well so far. We don't have any more chickens in this yard, minus that one. She's a sick chicken, and honestly, we just need to put her down. But until we put her down, she's in this yard. So this is all buried the whole way around. As you can tell, this is way more space for him. This will become a nicer shelter, I promise, but this was one of the shade awnings during the summertime for chickens, and of course, like one night in, he's already ruined it. The pigs are obviously way stronger than chickens, and so I was kind of expecting that to happen. It's made of like old closet doors that used to be in our house. Now I feel really stupid using the closet doors because at the time we were like, oh, we're never gonna want these here, and now I'm like, well, even if we do want them back, we don't get them back now, they're ruined. And we'll probably build like an IBC tote shelter out here soon because it's obviously not super sufficient for a hog. They're way stronger, they're way more destructive, but he is super gentle. He's not the kind of hog that's just gonna go ripping through everything. This has actually worked really well for water for him. We used to have a blue huge barrel in the other pig pen with like a hog nipple, and that's how he would drink, but since there's just him out here, also I think that one started leaking. That's kind of why we stopped using it. But we've been using this sled out here for, gosh, like probably about a year. It used to be for chickens to be able to jump into when it was hot, but it's worked really well for him because he's not able to dump it, which is nice. Like, even if he steps in it, it doesn't turn over. I'm a very big fan of this boy right here. He's just so sweet, and we've raised so many hogs that I know when they're just like crazy, and there's some hogs that like you can't wait to get them to the butcher because they're insane. He is not one of those hogs. He is a sweetheart, so it's gonna work out really well. I'm so glad we kept him. There's been times in the past, if you've been here long enough, you probably remember, it was 2 years ago when we have butchered hogs that I was not wanting to butcher, and it broke my heart. Obviously, like, it's still food in the freezer, so you eat it and you're thankful for the meat, but there's certain animals where I'm just like, it's not their time yet. And it doesn't mean their time is never going to come. It just means you don't have peace about it being their time yet. And I did not have peace about it being his time yet, so I'm glad we kept him. Every hog's fate is basically to be butchered in the end. That's kind of my thoughts on it. But again, it just wasn't his time yet. So for now, I get more time with him. I love him. He's so sweet. So when he was little, he actually had a very sudden case of meningitis, which is kind of rare for a hog, I guess. One second he was fine, the next second he was spinning in circles uncontrollably. His eyes were like tracking really bad. So thankfully we saw it, caught it in time, got antibiotics in his system, and he lived. He actually lived in our house with us for like 3 days, which was kind of crazy because hogs don't smell very good even when they're little. But he needed to be in like a dark, cool room that was like quiet, because his like sensory stuff was all getting back to normal and trying to rebalance. So he lived in our house. Obviously it worked. He's here today, and yeah, I'm thankful for him. He's such a good boy. See, some hogs are absolutely insane and would never let you do this, and every now and then you get one like this that is just so sweet and thinks he's a dog, except he's actually more calm than my dog, so that's kind of funny. He's just so cute. So kind of what our plan is now, since we do have a designated hog yard that is a proper space for more than one, we reached out to who we bought ham from because they are like legitimate landrace breeders, and we just said like, hey, is it too late to get his paperwork? Can we still get him registered? And they said, no, it's not too late. However, we could either pay for the paperwork and just get it that way. He said, or you can wait until like March or so, and we'll just use him as, this is what they said, we'll just use him as the boar on their next litter. They'll breed him to one of their sows, and then they'll just cover the registration fees, and then everyone will get a little bit of the litter that comes out of that. Obviously they'll get first pick because they show land races and things like that, but it's a great deal. So that's what we're gonna do. Another thing is land races are a really cool breed of hog, and so our kids are getting a little bit older, and if they do ever decide to get into showing hogs, this way we will have an option for them. As always, plans can change. Even just the plan with him alone, our plans have changed like 10 different times. But for now, he's here. He has a great big yard. We are looking for a friend for him. So if you guys are in the western Oklahoma area and you have a boar for sale, let us know. Probably a younger one, not a baby, but one that's like not, I don't know, like under a year old. No gilts or sows for now. We're just going to keep it boys for the time being, and we're open to things like potbellies, Hampshires, land races, old spot, Duroc, things like that. I do not want any more Mangalises. For the people who have watched long enough, you know why. I'm not a fan of the Mangalises. So if y'all have anything available, be sure to let us know. That is a lovely angle he is blessing you guys with. Oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed for him. I'm just super excited. This is a much better use of space to have the hogs over here instead of chickens. For one, we just decided we do not want 2 chicken yards. We are just focusing more on cattle than chickens. Honestly, chickens is like kind of a waste of money. You're not going to make money on chickens, but we're going to switch our focus more towards cattle. I'll tell you guys more about that in the future. One of these days, who knows, it might be next spring. That's our orchard, and then this will all be a garden yard. I have big plans for this yard, guys. On paper, it looks really nice. Maybe one day, we will see. Here's an update on the orchard. Some stuff looks nice, like these are my plum trees. Thank goodness they're doing good because I love plums. So the plum trees are doing good, but then a lot of the other stuff, these are actually alive. They're just like, it's cold in winter and they're losing their leaves. But we have this one that died, that one, and that one. So out of the 12 trees in the orchard, we have 4 that didn't make it, which is fine. You're gonna lose some. So we'll just replace those next year. Here's the remnants of a chicken that was killed last night. It's been a long time actually since we've had predator attacks, praise the Lord. But it is skunk season. We've been seeing, gosh, probably a skunk every night or so. So we just really need to be adamant about making sure we lock everybody up at night. Turkey, turkey, are you my friend? We're so tight. Every time I come near her, she just lays down and like waits for me to pet her. It's the cutest thing ever. Hello. What you doing? I'm glad you didn't get ate up by a skunk last night. On the really cold nights, I let her sleep in the shop because she's our last turkey. I don't know, I love hanging out with her. She has naps on my lap all the time. We're just tight, so I want to take good care of her. Do you hear that?
What?
Listen. Y'all, I can't freaking stand woodpeckers. I can handle it if there's only 1 or 2, but we have a really bad woodpecker problem. And they kill your trees, and when you don't have many trees to spare, they become a nuisance. How do you handle a nuisance? With a bullet. Hey girls, what you doing? Hey, Miss Honey. Hey, puppy. So it has almost been 1 year since I've gotten Ivy. I got her on Christmas Day 2023, so we've almost had a whole year together. Yeah, you're so cute. You've been a good little guard dog, huh? Granted, she eats chickens. We got to work on that. She's not good with the chickens, but she's still a baby. Maybe she'll get there when she matures. But she does a good job protecting the goats. She does a good job keeping coyotes away. Everyone was like, why'd you name her Ivy? I'm like, cause I wanted it to be Christmassy, but not so Christmassy that it only sounds Christmas year round. And since I'm Holly and she's my dog and this is Ivy, it's like the Holly and the Ivy after the Christmas song. Welcome home. Funniest thing happened. If you guys remember our barn cat that we got to get rid of the mice, she was like a super not friendly cat. She did get rid of all the mice. We don't see mice in here anymore. But there was like one time when I tried to go just pet her and she like attacked my hand and I had cuts all over my hands, which sucks when you milk by hand. Keeping your hands in good shape and free of cuts is like so important. But anyway, so this cat has been a complete weirdo, has wanted nothing to do with us. And the other day, something just like switched in her head because she started purring and like going all around me and rubbing up on me. And we're not cat people, but we've been taking a little bit of a liking to her, and she definitely started taking a liking to us. She basically like jumped up in my lap and wanted me to hold her. And so now every single night she like wants me to hold her, and I pet all over her, and it's like the funniest thing because we did not have a good relationship. And now she is like purring and wants to be held, and it's just the funniest thing. So I can actually give you guys a good look now at what she looks like. We are not going to name her. We don't name certain animals. Her name's just Kitty or Kitty Cat. We call her both of those things. So that kind of worked out really funny. We have a very friendly cat now that doesn't run from us. She used to like hide out all day to where we couldn't see her unless it was nighttime, but now when we come in the barn, she like tries to see us and say hi and stuff. What is it? I wonder if that purr will pick up on the camera. Hi. Hi. And again, not a cat person, but I am glad that she's at least being nice now. Okay guys, well thanks so much for watching. I'm going to end the video here. It was so beautiful and nice today, and right now it is 34 degrees and it's going to get down to 25 tonight. So it's kind of been like that the last few nights where it gets down pretty cold in the middle of the night. I think it gets warm again during the day. So I'm thankful I'm at least able to get some sunshine during the middle of the day. But it is really cold at night, so we're being sure to like up everyone's feed and make sure everyone has lots of warm bedding and things like that. Honey's in here having her evening ration. Come December 31st, that's going to be my last day of milk sales for this lactation, which is crazy. Then I'm going to have all of January to save and preserve milk for our family. I'm going to make lots of cheeses, butters, freeze dry tons of milk, and so we'll have lots of dairy products during the dry period until she calves again in May. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to hit that like button. That really helps us to get seen by more people. Remember, you guys were born for such a time as this, and we'll see you on the next one. Y'all want to hear this? It's so loud. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.